Thanks for taking just a few minutes to visit with me today. If you like this video, before you leave, make sure you click subscribe so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos like this one. These videos are to take about 5 minutes of your time, maybe once or twice a week, where I attempt to answer questions that others submit to me, be it parishioners that I have as a pastor, Christian friends, and even non-Christian friends. I want to do all that I can to answer the questions that you have from a biblical perspective. The question today is this: what's the meaning behind Mark 14:51 and 52? Mark 14:51 and 52 reads this way from the ESV. And a young man followed him with nothing but a linen cloth about his body. And they seized him, but he left the linen cloth and ran away naked. What's happening here? First of all, let's identify who this young man is. This young man is believed by most scholars to be Mark. It was typical in that day in writing, particularly we see this in the Gospel of John. When someone is writing about themselves, they don't always put their name or ascribe their name to a particular incident like this one. But here's the story. The Passover, Jesus has had the Passover with his disciples. He institutes the Lord's Supper, and as his practice, he leaves, goes across the Kidron Valley to the Mount of Olives, and he prays. Judas is going to betray him this evening. He already has betrayed him. And so as Judas goes to take the temple guards to where Jesus is, Mark, it's believed, had already prepared and gone to bed. And so he put this sleeping cloth about his body, the sleeping garment. And when he heard all the commotion, when he knew about what Judas was doing, he ran to warn Jesus in the Mount of Olives, because Jesus, it's believed, met in the upper room of Mark's mother's home, Mary. But by the time Mark got there, Judas was already there with the guards, and they had already arrested Jesus. But it's the passage before, in verse 50, that really helps set the context here. Verse 50, we read this: and they all left him and fled. And so when Jesus was being arrested, all his disciples fled away that night. And here Mark was in his sleeping garment, who was trying to do the right thing, the good thing, running to warn Jesus so that he might get away. It's believed that Mark was, they tried to capture Mark as to serve as a witness, and he broke away, and as he broke away, they took his garment. It's just that simple. The lesson here is this: that everyone fled. We all have good intentions of serving Christ. Christians do, I believe. Most Christians do. We want to serve Christ honorably. We would like to think that the things that we would do are upright. The things that we would do would serve the best interest of Christ. But when push comes to shove, when we're afraid, sometimes we flee. And that's what the disciples did. That's what Mark did. And that's what we do sometimes. We're human. We sin. We make mistakes. We're weak and frail. And so that's the meaning here. Again, if you like this video and others like it on my site, please click subscribe. And also visit my website, www.rod-west.net. Thanks a lot. God bless.